Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Jai Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivardhari Jai Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Om Vishnupad Brahmam Sapar Rajakacharya Satar Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to some devotees. All glories to some devotees. All glories to some devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Garanga. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So we're continuing our reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 87, Prayers, the Prayers of the Personified Vedas. Text today we're reading text 31. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudire Om Ajnanatimadanjasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmitan Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prustaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamani Tiramane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatyaristarni Anchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama. So text 31. Nagatata udbhava prakriti purushayor ajayor. Nagatata udbhava prakriti purushayor ajayor. Ubhaya yuja bhavantya subrito jalabud buddhavat. Ubhaya yuja bhavantya subrito jalabud buddhavat. Tayena Tvayita ime tato vivida nama gunai parame. Tvayita ime tato vivida nama gunai parame. Sarita ivarnave maduni lilyur ashesharasa. Sarita ivarnave maduni lilyur ashesharasa. Nagatata udbhava prakriti purushayor ajayor. Ubhaya yuja bhavantya subrito jalabud buddha javat. Taita ime tato vividanam agunai parame. Sarita ivarnave maduni lilyor ashesharasa. Okay. Yes? Nagatata Udbhava Prakriti Purushayo Rajayo. Taritame Tato Vividanam Gunai Padame. Tarita Ivarnave Madhuni Lilyur Asesha. Anyone else? Thank you. Nagatate does not happen. Udbhava, the generation. Prakriti, of material nature. Purushayo, and of the soul who is her enjoyer. Ajaya, Ajayo, who are unborn. Ubhaya, of both. Yuja, by the combination. Bhavanti, come into being. Asubrita, living bodies. Jala, on water. Udbhuta, bubbles. But, like. Tvai, in you. Te ime, these, living beings. Tata, therefore. Vivida, various. Nama, with names. Gunai, and qualities. Parame, in the supreme. Sarita, rivers. Eva, as. Arnave, within the ocean. Madhuni, in honey. Lilyu, become merged. Ashesha, all. Rasa, flavors. Translation purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: neither material nature nor the soul who tries to enjoy her are ever born. Yet living bodies come into being when these two combine, just as bubbles form where water meets the air. And just as rivers merge into the ocean, or the nectar from many different flowers blends into honey, so all these conditioned beings eventually merge back into you, the Supreme, along with their various names and qualities. Okay, repeat. Neither material nature nor the soul who tries to enjoy her are ever born, yet living bodies come into being when these two combine, just as bubbles form where water meets the air, and just as rivers merge into the ocean, or the nectar from many different flowers blends into honey, so all these conditioned living beings eventually merge back into you, the Supreme, along with their various names and qualities. Okay, purport. Without proper spiritual guidance, one may misunderstand the Veda's description of the living entities emanating from the Lord to mean that they have come into being in this process and will eventually pass again into non-existence. But if the living entities were to thus have only temporary existence, then when one of them would die, his remaining karma would simply vanish without being used up, and when a soul would be born, he would appear with unaccountable karma he had done nothing to earn. Furthermore, a living being's liberation would amount to the total eradication of his identity and being. The truth is, however, that the soul's essence is one with Brahman's. Just as a small portion of space contained within the walls of a clay pot is one in essence with the all-expanding sky. And like the making and breaking of a pot, the birth of an individual soul consists of his first becoming covered by a material body, and his death or liberation consists of the destruction of his gross and subtle bodies once and for all. Certainly such birth and death take place only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. The combination of material nature and her controller that produces the numerous conditioned beings in material creation is likened here to the combination of water and air that produces countless bubbles of foam on the surface of the sea. Just as the efficient cause, air, impels the ingredient cause, water, to form itself into bubbles, so by his glance the Supreme Purusha inspires Prakriti to transform herself into the array of material elements and the innumerable material forms manifest from those elements. Prakriti thus serves as the Upadan Karan, or ingredient cause of creation. In the ultimate issue, however, since she is also an expansion of the Supreme Lord, it is the Lord alone who is the ingredient cause as well as the efficient cause. This is stated in the Taittiriya Upanishad 221, Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhuta. From this Supreme Soul the ether evolved, and so kamayata bahusham prajayeya. He desired, let me become many by expanding into progeny. The individual jiva souls are not created when born from the Supreme Lord and Prakriti, nor are they destroyed when they merge back into the Lord, rejoining him in the pleasure pastimes of his eternal kingdom. And in the same way as the infinitesimal jivas can appear to undergo birth and death without any factual change, the Supreme Lord can send forth and withdraw his emanations without himself undergoing any transformation. Thus the Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad 4.5.14 affirms, Avinashi Bodhiyam Atma. This Atma is indeed indestructible, a statement that can be applied to both the Supreme Soul and the subordinate Jiva Soul. As explained by Srila Sridhar Swami, the dissolution of the living being's material condition occurs in two ways, partial and complete. Partial dissolution occurs when the soul experiences dreamless sleep, when he leaves his body, and when all souls re-enter the body of Mahavishnu at the time of universal annihilation. These different types of dissolution are like the mixing of nectar brought by bees from different kinds of flowers. The different flavors of nectar represent the dormant individual karmic reactions of each living entity, which still exist but cannot easily be distinguished from one another. In contrast, the ultimate dissolution of the soul's material condition is his liberation from samsara, which is like the flowing of rivers into the ocean. As the waters from different rivers merge together after entering the ocean and become indistinguishable from one another, so the false material designations of the jivas are given up at the time of liberation, and all the liberated jivas once again become equally situated as servants of the Supreme Lord. The Upanishads describe these dissolutions as follows: Yata Saumya Madhu Madhu Krito Nishchishtanti Nanatyayanam Vrikshanam Rasan Samavaharam Ekatam Sangayanti Te Yata Tatra Na Vivekam Labante Amushyaham Vrikshasya Rasosmya Mushyaham Rasosmityayavam Eva Kalu Somyema Sarva Praja Sati Sampadya Navidu Sati Sampadhyamahe. My dear boy, this partial dissolution resembles what happens when honeybees collect honey by extracting the nectar from the flowers of various kinds of trees and merge it all into a single mixture. Just as the mixed nectars cannot distinguish, I am the juice of such and such a flower, or I am the juice of another flower, so, dear boy, when all these living entities merge together, they cannot consciously think, now we have merged together. Chandogya Upanishad 6:9, 1 and 2. Yata Nadya Shandamana Samudre Stam Gachanti Namarupi Vihaya Tata Vidvan Namarupad Vimukta Parat Param Purusham Upayeti Divyam. As rivers flow to their dissolution in the sea, giving up their names and forms at their destination, so the wise man, who becomes free from material names and forms, attains to the Supreme Absolute, the wonderful personality of Godhead. Pundarik Upanishad 3:2-8. All right, Srila Sridhar Swami prays. Yasmin udyad vilayam api yad bhati vishvam layado jivo petam guru karunaya kevalatma vabodhe atyantantam brajati sahasa sindhubat sindhu madhye chitam tribhuvana gurum bhavaye tam nishingham. The Supreme Lord is self-effulgently omniscient. By His great mercy, this universe, which is subject to repeated creation and destruction, remains present within Him after merging back into Him along with the living entities at the time of cosmic dissolution. This total withdrawal of the universal manifestation occurs suddenly, just like the flowing of a river into the ocean. Within the core of my heart, I meditate upon that master of the three worlds, Lord Nrsimha. All right, translation again. Neither material nature nor the soul who tries to enjoy her are ever born. Yet living bodies come into being when these two combine, just as bubbles form where water meets the air. And just as rivers merge into the ocean, or the nectar of many different flowers blends into honey, so all these conditioned beings eventually merge back into you, the Supreme, along with their various names and qualities. So it's continuing very philosophical discussions here by the personified Vedas. Sometimes these things are, there's practically beyond our level of comprehension many times, this philosophical truths that are given in the Vedas. Srila Prabhupada made things very simple for us in this Kali Yuga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a very simple program. So actually, this first line here is that neither material nature nor the soul who tries to enjoy her are ever born. This is the very first thing practically in the Bhagavad Gita, Najayate Mriyate Va. This is I think in Beyond Birth and Death, this is Srila Prabhupada describes the first step for self-realization. You have to understand we're not the body. If we don't understand the body, we're not the body, then how can we continue? How can we go on to become servants of the gopis? We want everybody in Vrindavan, they chanting Radharani's name, purified name, but then they're taking all these, so many people we see taking selfies like that. How many of them are Krishna conscious when they're taking those selfies? I mean, there's no bar against taking selfies like this, is there anything? But any type of activity, even Krishna told Arjuna he should fight in a war. So there's no bar to any type of activity that you're doing in the material world, in this world that we're in, we're bound in. You can do any type of activity, but we have to do that in Krishna consciousness. Means actually under the direction of the spiritual master, because without the direction of the spiritual master, what you can claim to be Krishna consciousness can be just a mental concoction. What is that? Shruti Smriti Pranadi Pancharatra Vidim Vina Aikantiki Hari Bhakti Upatayaiva Kalpate. That's simply become a disturbance to society if we're not following Ado Guru Vashrayam. We first take shelter of the spiritual master, follow his directions, and understand. First things first. What Srila Prabhupada said, first deserve, then desire. How you can become, we're praying, what is that? We're praying, Sevadi, Eni Vedana Daro Sakirana Gatakaro. We're praying like that we want to become servant of Srimati Radharani. So we have to become to that platform, deserving to become servant. Next line is very nice also. We have to Seva Adhikara Dihe. We pray that we get that qualification, because we need the qualification. We can't, and first qualification is that we have to understand. Najayate mriyate va. We are not this body. Dehi nosmanyata dehi. Komaram yovanam jara. In this material world, people are struggling very hard. Prakriti stani karshati. We want to become very influential in this material world. We want to have some position. Just like here, the last line here, it says that just as rivers merge into the ocean, or the nectar from different flowers blends into honey, so all these conditioned living beings eventually merge back into you, along with their various names and qualities. So these names and qualities we've accumulated in this material world, we identify with these things. We think I am this body in terms of so many upadis, it's called designations. I'm American, you're Indian, we're Hindu, they're Muslim, and this way we have lots of designations. Even in the temple, we have different designations. Department heads, different servants, and we make these designations. But actually, I think Narad Muni says, Narad Pancharatra, Sarvapadi Nivinir Bhuktam, Tat Parat Vena Nirmalam. We have to become purified. We have to come to this purified state, free from this false identifications. We can have some spiritual designation, that's okay, but what is that designation that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, Gopi Bhartu Pada Kamalayor Das Das Anudas. Unless we are thinking that we're servant of the servant of the servant, many times removed. We want to become master of the Vaishnava. It's not a very good situation. that will not make one very much dear to Lord Krishna. What is that? Lord Shiva, he's the greatest of all Vaishnavas. He says, Aradhananam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhananam Param. That, okay, it's very nice. Serving Krishna is highest position of all types of worship. Worship of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna is the highest. But he says there's something else there. Tasmat Parataram Devi, Tadiyanam Sarmarchanam. That even better than that is the serving the Vaishnavas. And I think, what is Narottam Das Thakur? Chadiya Vaishnava Seva? I think Narottam Das Thakur says like that. Chadiya Vaishnava Seva, Nishtara Pecha Keva. Who is that person who can get free from this material bondage? All these different designations and names and material entanglement, material bondage. Who can get free without serving Vaishnava? So we want to become like that, serving the servant of the servant of the servant, not even becoming servant of the Vaishnava. We're trying to become a master of the Vaishnava. What's to speak of that? So anyway, here there's a description. Bubbles form when the water meets the air. This also similar, brought to mind another similar verse in the second canto that says that Jnanam Yad, he said, it talks about Gunormi Chakram. The Ormi Chakram is the waves and whirlpools of this material world, because what happens is that material nature, as we quoted before, that Prakriti Stani Karshati, we're struggling very hard. What is we're struggling with these? What are we struggling with? The material nature. And what is material nature means? The modes of passion, goodness, passion, and ignorance. We're struggling with these material modes of nature. So one time Sattva Gun becomes prominent, sometimes Raja Gun becomes prominent, sometimes Tama Gun becomes prominent. These things are going on just like the waves and whirlpools in the river, like that. He says Jnanam Yad Apratini Vritta Gunormi Chakram. That this knowledge, this can Atma Prasada Utta Yatra Guneshva Sangha. That we can get free from that Guneshva Sangha. We can get free from those association with those modes. As Krishna says also in that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, that by Ekeha Kurunandana, no, that's not the one. What is that? Mam Chayo Vyabhicharina, Bhakti Yogena Sevati, Saguna and Samatitaitan, and Brahma Bhuya. Because with material senses and mind, Atashri Krishna Namadi, Nabhavad Graham Indriya. You can't understand, you can't actually chant Krishna's name with material body and senses like that. This is a transcendental. Srila Prabhupada said this is an incompatible situation. One time he was walking in Mayapur and he saw that the latrines were very dirty. He said, how you can, if you're situated in transcendence or even in Sattva Gun, you can't tolerate such thing. You have to say something. So there's no objection to the Tama Gun. That means that we become like this. So we have to, if we want to chant Krishna's name, Golakara Premadana, this is coming from the holy name. Holy name is coming from the spiritual world. We have to become also spiritual beings we have to be situated in that platform in order to chant properly the holy names. Not like the what do you call the marriage party. The marriage party is rowing their boat all night long, but they forgot to take out the anchor. So we keep that anchor in, that we keep that attachment to that I am this body. Then you can't make that progress. You know the story, I don't know, maybe some of you don't know the story that the marriage party was going down the river in Bengal. They went on the boat and they were supposed to go probably upstream, I guess, because they were rowing all night long. And they found out in the morning they were in the same spot because they didn't take out the anchor. So that anchor is our attachment to this material body and these designations. So we have to take out that attachment. This is material, spiritual life means to give up this bodily attachments. Of course, material world, we have to have something. Just the example is that, like, you don't like to eat without a little bit of salt. So material life, Lord Chaitanya says, how can I claim to have pure love of God because I'm still maintaining this body? So we have to maintain this body. Actually, body, I had some talking about the body because we're very much attached to the body. Prahlad Maharaj says that tadapya dhruvam artadam, because how long this body lasts. Some of us we're all growing old, all of us. Some of us are a little bit further advanced along, but no one can claim they're not, because how long this body lasts is just like these bubbles form when water meets the air. How long the bubbles last in the water? Any second, it just comes and goes. And what is that? Well, that's there. Ahani bhutani gachanti jamalayam. That every moment, every day, so many countless living entities are going to the abode of Jamaraj. And Shesha Stavarichanti, that we were thinking, okay, I'm going to stay for a little bit longer. We don't know any moment. But still, we're very much attached to our position, that position that we have. So, Tarapya Dhruvam Artadam. Artadam means we have some very nice value with this body. Artadam, Dhruva Maharaj says, Artadam. Other places says that the asanapi kleshada asadeha, that the kleshada sometimes da means when you have the suffix da, it means there is giving as something like that. So one place it says kleshada and one says artada. It gives us klesha, it gives us miseries. This material body gives us so many miseries, and it gives us also a very nice instrument for achieving some very valuable thing in life. We have this body. Both places it says adruvam and asana. Both places it means very temporary. This body is very temporary, so we have to make, many times Srila Prabhupada says, make best use of the bad bargain. This material body is a bad bargain. We've taken this material, and still we're trying to make it very comfortable. We want to make some kind of, and that's all right. As I said, the little salt is required to make the taste, make the food palatable, but too much salt are working too hard for material life. Not, what is that? Rishabdev says, Nunam pramata kurukite vikarma. Become maddened by this sense gratification. Yad indriya pritaya apranoti, because we're very much attached to this very nice sense gratification, a very comfortable situation. Even here in Vrindavan, we can get in such a position that we want to make ourselves very comfortable in our position. but asanapi, it's temporary. And especially if such a position is not favorable, if it's not favorable for our service to the Vaishnavas, we have to try to please the Vaishnavas somehow or other. What is that? One place it says that serving the Supreme Lord Vishnu, one may siddhir bhavati vaneti. You can maybe you get perfection, maybe not. Siddhir bhavati vaneti samsayo chuta sevina. That you may or may not get perfection by serving Vishnu. It says, but asamsayas, without doubt, asamsayas tu dat bhakta paricharya rachatmana. That by serving the Vaishnavas, it's guaranteed. There's no doubt of getting perfection. So actually, this is should be always our mentality, especially in Vrindavan. We used to live here 20 years ago. We were here for almost 20 years. And this is the best position to serve devotees. Not so many devotees are coming. Actually, we should see all these people are sent by Krishna, all the guests here. And some of them most of them are a little bit misled by so many other swamis and yogis like that. So we have to teach them. Chanting Hare Krishna, this is the Yuga Dharma. What is that? Kalotad Hari Kirtanat. They want to chant Radhe Radhe. This is very nice. But actually, my understanding is that Srila Prabhupada quoted one time in his Vyas Puja offering that Shamach Chavalam Prapadye, that something is there that anyway, the purport is like that. My understanding, at least from the Upanishad verses, that by serving Krishna, Radharani will be pleased with you. And by serving Radharani, Krishna will be pleased with you. So who do you want to please? We want to please Radharani. We want to please both, really. But actually, Gaudiya Vaishnavas are servants of... anyway, we want to please both. That is the main purport. We should chant as the Acharya is given. Mahajano yena katasapanta. Chant this Maha Mantra. This is a Maha Mantra. This is the best form of... It says, Iti Sodashakam Namna, Kali Kalmashanasanam. This Maha Mantra is topmost form, worshipping the Lord, because both names are there. So, I think we'll stop. Somebody has some comments or questions, we can, or not. 24-hour kirtan is going on. This is best use of our time. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Why don't you go to Prabhu?
So although we're hearing that we're not the body, we're spirit, soul, but still while we're embodied, we have so many duties and responsibilities. So is that, by taking care of those duties and responsibilities, that's also kind of enhancing the bodily platform, because, obviously we're trying to understand that we're eternal spirit, soul, but that requires faith as well, that, if I do this activity of self-realization, then at the end that I'll be having, a certain amount of security or lack of fear, that I'll be put into a better position, something like that. So how do we avoid this bodily platform of life? Tell us.
Yeah, it's, the only solution I can say is that the association of devotees. Yeah, it's true that by whatever activities we perform, even in devotional service, sometimes these things can, I think, I think the example is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita that when you're watering a garden, some weeds will naturally grow. I have personal realization of this. Lots of weeds in my heart. And these words include desire for prestige, sense gratification, and this bodily attachment is there. These weeds can grow. So one has to be very careful, and the best way, the best care is by the association of devotees. As I quoted that by serving devotees, there's no chance that if someone actually is serving devotees all the time, he has to, by their mercy, all these weeds can be taken care of very easily. I think that is a real solution. Because otherwise, weeds are natural byproduct when they water. I mean, I have a garden there in Florida where we're living now. You water the plants, the creepers that you want the plants that you want to grow. Weeds are coming like anything. It's a natural byproduct. So, Vaishnava Association, what is it? Krishna Janma Mula Hoy. You know this? Sadhu Sangha. And what's the next line? No? Something. The purport is that to get devotional service, you have to have Sadhu Sangha, and to remain in devotional service, you have to have Sadhu Sangha. Something like that.
What about this merging thing? It says here that eventually we merge back again into the body of the Supreme Lord. I guess we stay kind of in a comatose state, almost like go to sleep for the whole creation. Is that what it's referring to? It says all the conditioned beings eventually merge back into you,
I
the
think
Supreme.
in the beginning of the Nectar Devotion, Srila Prabhupada's giving paraphrase of Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He talks about merging, how the rivers merge into the ocean. He says, but there's also many aquatics that live in those waters. So, in contrast, the ultimate dissolution of the soul's material condition is its liberation from samsara, which is like the flowing of rivers into the ocean. As the waters from different rivers merge together after entering the ocean and become indistinguishable from one another, so the false material designations of the jivas are given up at the time of liberation. And so the liberated jivas once again become equally situated as servants of the Supreme Lord. So that is we're merging into, what is that? Into the Brahman platform, but we don't lose our individuality. That's my understanding, at least. We become Brahman, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. In order to properly serve Krishna, we have to come to that platform. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatmanas Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. From that platform, we can serve Krishna properly. If anybody else has some.
The living entity is always busy. It says always active. So when the merging thing back into the Supreme Lord, sorry about that, but so is it no activity whatsoever, just kind of in a sleeping state, or how does that work?
No, the activity is, well, that's not the merging of the Vaishnavas. That's not the merging of the Vaishnavas. The merging of the Vaishnavas is that they merge into the, That merging is, that merging is, they're merging into the platform. They become merged in transcendence. Transcendence for the Vaishnava is different from the transcendence. If someone wants to become, what is that called? Santaras. One becomes, he becomes like that. But Vaishnavas are always engaged in service, so it's just like Srila Prabhupada gave, what is that? There was talked about a threshing machine in Bengal, a tenka or something. Some Bengalis here, threshing machine is there. Said, whether you're taking it here or they're taking it there, it's always going to do the same thing. It's like we gave class the other day, Jiva Va Marava Sadhu. It doesn't matter what you do, what you're doing here, what you're going to do there. You have your same business, engaging in devotional service. I don't know if you'd be temple president there, but
No, thank you.
Of course,
Thank you so much. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, I was reading that our senses are naturally done for serve Krishna and that they are happy to serve Krishna. Narada Muni said, as soon as we enter in Krishna consciousness, all our senses are happy to serve Krishna. And I was thinking at this verse where we, at the moment of death, we will be the name and our form and our name, they will disappear, and us, we will be only in Krishna. Is it correct? Is at the moment of death, we will just be in Krishna and with Krishna? If we continue to engage our senses in Krishna consciousness activity?
If you engage your senses in Krishna consciousness in this life, then you'll engage your senses in Krishna's service in the next life. As you desire. Krishna will give you. Krishna is very kind. He's so kind to every living entity. Someone quoted yesterday, I think it was quoted, Eko Bahunam Yovidadati Kaman. Krishna is fulfilling the desires of every living entity. As you desire, so you'll get according to your qualification. That is, not that you can desire to become king and be a rascal, expect that. But if your desire is strong enough, then Krishna will give you the intelligence how to do also that. So yeah, the devotees, they get opportunity to serve Krishna. That's our process. This is the eternal, it's called Sanatan Dharma. Something can't be taken away, your service to Krishna. All right, anything else? Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.